Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And so off the tip, it's New York. So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Robin Lopez. Anthony is out there with Porzingis. Then there's Calderon, and it's Vujacic in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Calderon, Lopez, and it's blocked by Adams. And now it's Westbrook running. He can go over that jam. Beautiful.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and he does.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And so it's the Thunder getting on the board first. Here's Calderon, and Roberson pulls it down. Well, if you name an offensive stat category, the Knicks last season probably last in that category. All-around problems, Greg, for them scoring the ball.
Yeah, we may have to give them a new nickname, last. How about last in fast break points, last in points in the paint, last in points per game, and then throw in bottom three in shooting percentage, and that spells abysmal.
For New York, they've gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Here's Vujacic. New York, no good that time either.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They, right now, are searching for a bucket.
Oklahoma City shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And he can't get the first one. Well, it was a season last year of heartbreak and change for the Thunder, narrowly missing the playoffs as the Pelicans beat them out for that 8th position.
Yeah, and they were teetering back and forth on that 8th spot for most of the year. Ultimately, they just couldn't hold on to that final playoff spot.
That's off as well, so he misses both.
Guys, for the Thunder, that playoff miss was the first time they didn't make the postseason since their first year in Oklahoma. Fans have really been spoiled with how successful the Thunder have been of late.
Yeah, trying to get going here, but that's an offer for the first 5 here to start the game. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
Now here's Anthony. Makes it off the glass.
And the Western playoffs just, it seemed a bit amiss without having the Thunder involved. Westbrook, I tell you what, he did everything he could to try and carry that injured group into the postseason last year, but it just wasn't to be. He can be a weapon if he gets going early from long range.
Vujacic dishes to Lopez. And again, it's Carmelo Anthony.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Oklahoma City has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Durant just inside the line. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Lopez, a screen on Westbrook. Calderon kicks to Anthony. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. 7 points for Carmelo Anthony. The Thunder have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that.
Lopez a screen. Calderon has the open look. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. One thing about Jose Calderon, you could see the frustration in him last season playing a career low 42 games, and his averages were down pretty much, Greg, across the board.
Yeah, and Kevin, he was brought in to kind of invigorate the Knicks' point guard position, but following a preseason calf injury, he missed the team's first 13 games and never was able to really get going. Remember, coming into a new system where he had to learn how to play differently, and then after all that, you have to shut him down because of that left Achilles.
Out of bounds, Knicks ball as New York keeps possession of it.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Cantor checked in for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for New York. Grant comes in for Jose Calderon. Here's the screen. Porzingis passes to Lopez. That's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. The shot's good from Cantor. Knicks trail by 4. Outside Anthony to the inside. Porzingis, and the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Foy's checked in. And then for New York, Kevin Serafin is checked in for Lopez. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Anthony.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Here's a follow. It's deflected. Here's Foy. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Oklahoma City.
They've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
So it's the Knicks now. The Thunder making the shot. Here's Galloway. New York, no good that time either. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call. Defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
There's 53 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Serafin, the pitch stolen by Ibaka. To the middle. Van in on the layup.
They've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball into the paint.
Clearly, they've been the aggressors thus far when it comes to attacking the interior in this first half.
Here's Galloway. They get the rebound. Can't get it to go. The Thunder leading by 6. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And here's Westbrook from the arc. It's rebounded by Serafin. New York's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Grant against Waiters. Pass to Porzingis. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Thunder up by 6. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
And Serge Ibaka, becoming known for his shooting ability now, he talked about the confidence his teammates and his coach instilled in him.
He trusts you. Every time he punches the ball, when you don't shoot, he screams you, shoot ball. Then next time what? You will shoot. And if you miss, he say, yeah, good shot. And your coaches in the practice talking to your teammates. Man, when Serge is open, give him the ball. He will make that shot.
if you wonder how much difference a coach can make for a player, there it is. Huh?
You heard it in Serge's voice, too. That confidence has already been planted in him. That voice telling him, shoot the ball, is now in his own head. He's going to be just fine.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. What do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
Here are the five New York has to start here in the second. Calderon is out there with the Flalo. Then there's Robin Lopez. Then it's Anthony. And it's Williams at the 4 slot. Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
And Roberson kicks to Adams. Here's Durant. Sinks that one from the post.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Picked by Williams. Calderon for 3. The shot no good.
Kevin, just enough presence to bother that three-point attempt there.
Yeah, but for a guy that shoots it as well as he does, I'd say that is an easy look. And that'll make a pair of turnovers for him in just the last few minutes. So he's got to be a little bit more deliberate with the ball out there.
The Knicks making a switch here. Vujacic is checked in. Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to Vujacic. Outside Anthony. It's stolen by Foy. And good on the basket. Look it. Foy's got 6.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Now here's Calderon. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Randy Ford. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Out left to the wing. It's stolen by Calderon. Fires, high post. Williams attacking. It's hauled in by Adams.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Knicks trail by 6. Calderon kicks to Vujacic. Singler against Anthony. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Anthony's got 9 points.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Anthony's been putting up the numbers. 9 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more. Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh, and all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Lopez dishes to Williams. Anthony. And the Knicks miss again.
And back to Melo's top 5 draft mates in 2003, all having rings. You can't choose the team you play for as a rookie. Melo simply hasn't been surrounded by that much talent. That's why it was somewhat surprising that he re-signed with the rebuilding Knicks team last season.
New York trailing. Calderon with it. And there's the feed to Vujacic. Anthony on the wing. No good. That would have tied it.
And guys, talking about Melo, I mean, he's faced some difficult injuries here of late. That puts all the more pressure on him to win a ring as soon as possible. No way does he want to retire without that chance.
And Lopez gets it to go. It's a tie ball game. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Knicks.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Calderon passes to Anthony. Lopez. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
The Thunder have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Durant kicks to Roberson. And here's Morrow outside. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
You always want a player to have his head up and to be surveying the court, but not if that's going to be the result.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter's checked in for Steven Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Singler. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Andre Robertson. And a switcher also for New York. Grant's checked in. Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Thunder. And a new group in for the Knicks. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Porzingis comes in for Williams. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for Anthony. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Sasha Vujacic. Now, here's Grant. Aflalo outside. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes the first.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
Randy Foye, he's checked in for the Thunder. And so Aaron Aflalo nails both of them. Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players are playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually, they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
Here's Grant. He dishes it to Serafin. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the second quarter.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams, championship teams, play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up. Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
That's good from Kanter. And Kanter did play well with the increased minutes last season, Clark. Averaged a double-double after the trade.
I think it was a great fit for him in Oklahoma City. He still has work to do, but now that he feels like he's in the right environment, I think we're going to see that great potential of his start to come to fruition.
Thunder trailing by 5. Here's Foy. He trains the quick shot. Foy's got 4 points this quarter. The Knicks have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Passes it to Porzingis. Seraphin dishes to Galloway. And he gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And it seemed like they couldn't get anything to fall in that opening quarter, but you can just feel the momentum starting to shift.
Yeah, things are starting to look up. I mean, they're making amends for that slow start, finding a rhythm right now.
And for all the flash and dash in Oklahoma City over the past few years, Serge Ibaka silently goes about his business. While all eyes are on the megastars, Durant and Westbrook, Ibaka lurks around like a jaguar. I mean, finding opportunities to exploit any weakness in the opposition.
He doesn't get the second one. Talking about Ibaka, he does so many things that help his team. The little things that always make a difference, even with the superb free throw shooting, up to a remarkable, Clark, 84% last year.
Yeah, but, you know, Ibaka had an injury of his own. As much as people talked about Durant's injury, the knee soreness Ibaka had cost him 18 games last year, so that was tough for him.
And the first one at the line is good.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
Greg, as you mentioned, the Knicks very shy at going to the rim last year. Really could have used that dynamic among a lot of things to their game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, think about this. The Knicks were last in the league in drives per game as a team. And so they struggled shooting when they did attack the rim, only 42%. So those areas have to improve if this team wants to become competitive.
Grant against Westbrook. Grant, that's good. Grant's got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks. For 3, Westbrook, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so that's the end of the first half. Knicks lead by 7. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Jose, I saw you speaking with Coach. How did he critique the team's performance during the first half, and what did he tell you guys to change as that second quarter progressed?
Well, it was just like no effort, like just soft, going soft to the basket, going soft to grab the ball. So we just got to, let's grab that ball, attack the basket, and that's all. That's what we did. We started attacking the basket. We started being a little bit more aggressive. That was all. It was good plays, but just too soft.
You certainly played with authority, Jose. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen?
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They've got the 7-point lead. Shaq?
They've just gone about their business, playing a great, solid, all-around game. I think the score is what we thought it would be. I expect them to keep their foot on the gas in the second half and not let things get any closer, Ernie.
Kenny, what was your takeaway on Oklahoma City?
Their inaccuracy from behind the arc was brutal. Shot selection, I didn't see any. The perimeter offense they're running, you could scrap that. They need to get back to the basics. Pound it inside, more pick and roll. Try to pick up some easy buckets in transition.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
The way he was able to attack the rim in that first half, defenders are going to need to start building walls and being connected defensively if they want to have any chance to stop him.
Now, come on, Greg. That's much easier said than done when he's the penetrator. I mean, his speed and agility make him extremely tough to cover.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So the Thunder 5 right now. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's Adams in at the 5. Here's Lopez. Now here's Calderon. Teardrop shot, and Anthony with the lay-in. Anthony's got the first points of the second half up on the board for the Knicks.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
Lopez kicks to Vujicic. New York moving it around. Here's Anthony. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Roberson's got his third rebound tonight.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that great The Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig, and Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Lopez with the steal. Right wing. Here's Vujicic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Thunder trailing by 9, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Derek Williams checked in for New York. The Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. And Andre Roberson is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Wasted no time on that one.
And you could tell they had that play ready to go. Well done on the inbound. And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derek Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. Seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Last year, Williams did find a nice niche playing the 4. Still, his minutes and numbers, Clark, remain low.
Well, it's unfair because he was drafted so high, top 5 when he came out, and I don't think he'll ever live up to that draft position. The highlight dunks are great, but he's got to find other ways to continue to grow.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Here's Roberson. It's tipped. Now Calderon. Inside. Here's Lopez. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Thunder trailing by 11. Durant in the corner. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Knicks have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Calderon for 3. No good. So the Thunder will take it the other way. Right side, Westbrook. Here's Ibaka. Off target from outside.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And Andre Robertson is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Thunder making a change here. Morrow's checked in. Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for New York. It's stolen by Adams. Morrow, the pass to Westbrook. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is get down to 9 in the bucket from Durant.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
To the paint, here's Lopez. Lays it up and banks it in. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
And now, in transition, it's Aflalo. Here we go. And it's blocked by Adams. Corner shot. That's short off the rim.
And the Thunder had plenty of reason to be down last year because of the injuries. A big place that it hit them was on offense. They just were not the same absent mainly Kevin Durant.
Thunder trailing by 13, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Kyle Singler, he's checked in for Adams. New York's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Grant kicks to Galloway. And he banks in the layup. Galloway has got 6.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And stolen by Singler. To the inside. And Durant gets it to go. The assist by Singler. That's now 8 points for Kevin Durant.
Well, for one, he hasn't let him down. But a few other guys need to pick up the pace if they're going to be good.
Aflalo outside. Feeds to Carmelo. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
There's 1:17 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Westbrook with the steal. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Durant. Waiters comes in for Kyle Singler. And it's Foy in for Anthony Morrow. And a switcher also for New York. Porzingis, he's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. New York leading by 10. Here's Grant. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Lopez, he's checked in for Kevin Seraphin.
Robin Lopez.
58 seconds left to play in the 3rd. And the pass to Aflalo. Here's Porzingis. The offensive rebound. Grant. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
For New York, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
I mean, the Knicks were bad last year, and it became evident early on. As the season grew older, more and more of their national coverage games were being pulled.
Now, here is Foy. 8 points for him.
Almost no chance of that shot going in.
Yeah, there were a lot of other places he could have gone with the basketball instead of forcing that shot up.
The tray. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Down low, here's a Flalo, and the rejection by Ibaka. Here's Foy. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Grant. Flalo goes in. Can't get it to go.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. The Knicks leading by 13. On the court for the Knicks, we've got Anthony. Calderon is out there with Grant. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the power forward. Now here's Anthony. Pass to Porzingis. Misses from short range.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And the officials call a traveling violation.
You can't afford to be playing that loose right now.
Definitely not. I mean, things have to be tight. You want to be playing smart, high-level basketball. You don't want to be brain fading right now.
And the Thunder making a change here. Durant's checked in. Anthony dishes to Lopez. Thunder with the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Anthony's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for the Knicks. Thunder trailing by 16. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Oklahoma City shooting for the game at 42%. Got a piece of it. And here's Calderon to the middle. Here's Porzingis, and it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Yeah, he almost got that one down. I mean, those are the kind of aggressive plays coaches love to see.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for New York.
And you really can't help but notice all the points they've continued to get off turnovers.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And the Knicks making a change here. Vujacic is checked in. Good on the second free throw.
Timeout for Oklahoma City.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
I mean, he's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. They swipe it. 17-foot shot on the way. That's good on the jump shot. Anthony's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it?
Waiters passes to Adams. Cantor kicks to Durant. Launches a three. The Thunder with another miss. The Knicks leading by 19. Calderon dishes to Vujacic. Anthony on the wing. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Lopez passes to Porzingis. Vujacic kicks to Lopez. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. And the Knicks lead by 21. The Thunder have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Taken away by Anthony. And he makes good on the layup. Anthony's got 9 points now in just the second half.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they had.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense. Very nice pickup of the offensive rebound, and once he gets his hands on it, you know it's going back up and back in.
Here's Porzingis. They set the pick. Anthony drives in. Here's Lopez, and he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, sloppy D there. You can't let him get the ball in his hands down there.
Extremely untidy on the defensive end. I mean, when he gets it in that close, that's an easy bucket.
Waiters no luck.
And that's the shot he has to take.
Exactly. That's the right look. The decision was good. He just didn't execute.
Anthony with room to shoot. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists now in this one. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Green for Calderon. The dish to Lopez. 5 on the clock. Here's Porzingis. Soft touch off the glass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Down low. They get a hand on it. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Now here's Calderon. The floater. Here's Lopez, and it's blocked by Adams.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight, a thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Lopez. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And it's Lopez again missing. The Thunder have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. And Adams kicks to Cantor. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel.
Clearly a mental lapse at an inopportune time.
Yeah, that's a terrible mistake, Greg, to make it any time. But it's really exacerbated when you make it at this time.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. And then for New York, Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. Williams comes in for Porzingis. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. Anthony against Singler. It's Anthony with the drive. And it's sent back by McGarry. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Here is Seraphin. Outside Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Vujicic slams it back in.
And really no better feeling than to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
Here's Galloway, and Randy Foye gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
Straight frustration right there, and I agree with you. Self-control of your emotions, a must-have if you're going to play winning basketball.
Anthony dishes to Galloway. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation? A defender right in your grill.
It's easy. If my man backed up on me, shoot it. If I got 2, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Robin Lopez. He notched his season high, and his scoring really seemed to set the tempo for his team tonight.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing popcorn, throwing hot dogs, spilling soda. He put on a CSDP, a crowd shut down performance. Man, that's what I'm talking about, Ernie.
He shot over 50% from the field in the game, a testament to how hard he worked to always find the best look possible. He was in constant motion. He found those gaps in the D and made the most of his open looks.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.